What's up, Wisdom Warriors? How's everybody doing? Back at it for another video. Haven't been on for a while. I know it's been a little bit, but I've been working on some new content, new projects for everybody. Um, and Today, we're going to talk about meditation. I've actually started another meditation challenge with myself. And it actually started like 2 days ago. And I'm doing essentially a 100-day challenge. I wake up every morning. The first thing I do is sit in silence, complete silence. I don't bring my phone. I don't have music. It's not guided. It's just me sitting in the dark because I typically wake up around 4:30, 5 in the morning, a.m. And literally I have started, and this is the challenge, 100 days, an hour a day. Now, if I get another opportunity throughout the day, maybe half an hour, 10 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever it may be, what have you. But I'm already noticing a difference. And see, here's the thing. This is exactly, and we'll go through the process. I'll tell you exactly. So if you want to try this and you want to do this challenge for yourself, which I challenge you to do it. Why not? I mean, what's the worst that happens? You wake up in the morning, wake up an hour earlier, if you can, and I would, by all means, push yourself out of that uncomfortability to do it. And so what I would say to do, make sure everything's off. Make sure you don't hear anything. And that's why I say the earlier the better if you live with anybody, or just you have better chance of nobody contacting you if you do it that way. So what I do is I wake up in the morning, 4:30, 5 in the morning, boom, right away. I don't even essentially get out of bed. I just lay there, sit up, because I feel like it's best if you do that. You'll have more ability to not doze back off to sleep, or not want to get up out of bed, or any of that kind of stuff, or possibly reach for your phone or whatever. Which again, I would put your phone in another room, especially before bed. But which we did speak about in a previous video about detaching. So wake up an hour earlier, so you have that hour. And again, if you can't do an hour, do 10 minutes. Start off with 5 minutes. You may not be able to do a whole hour immediately, because I'm gonna tell you right now, if you've never done it, or you're not used to just sitting with your thoughts, or sitting with silence and hearing the thoughts that are going through, I'm going to explain all this, so bear with me. And we're going to go into a little bit of the benefits. So anyways, getting back to it, you wake up an hour early. If you don't want to start with an hour, start with 5 minutes and gradually move up in that 100 days. I've been doing meditation for quite some time now. And so I do guided mostly, but then I'll do also ones where you just sit in silence. But a lot of times I would do guided. And then, my yoga practice, which I do Kundalini yoga for over a year now, over 2.5 hours a day, typically when I wake up in the morning. And believe me, it's not easy to push yourself to get up at like 4 or 5 in the morning and start yoga. But the benefits and the way you feel, and Kundalini yoga especially, has transformed me and changed so many parts and aspects of me. So now I've added this onto the practice. And prior to yoga, I will wake up as I said, 4:35, and then just sit in silence. The way that it works is you're just going to sit there and listen to what is going on, the thoughts that you're experiencing. Just follow your breath. Continue to follow your breath. Just pay attention to your breath going in and out. I'm not talking about breathing in and out. I'm just saying, just pay close attention to your chest moving up and down, in and out. The breath's going in and out. It actually begins to feel euphoric in some way as you continue to feel that breath going in and out. But as you do that, you're going to have thoughts arising. You're going to have thoughts going through. You're going to have feelings in your body, emotions. Let them come up. You may get chills. You may get a bit of anxiety. You may get a bit of fear. You may get a bit of joy or bliss or sadness or guilt, or just let them come up. Let it come up. Keep letting it rise. Keep letting those thoughts, but don't attach yourself to it. If a thought comes up, just let it pass. Here's a great analogy I learned several years ago. You can use the clouds that go by in the sky as an emotion or a thought, and just let it go by, like as if you're outside in nature and you're essentially watching the clouds move past from right to left or left to right, whatever way you're standing. Pretend that that's one of your thoughts or your emotions, and just watch it go by. Don't attach, because remember, everything is energy. So the second you attach yourself to that, you're giving it charge, you're giving it energy, and then you're going to feel, if it's a negative emotion or a negative thought, immediately you're going to feel that in the body turn into fear or anxiety, and you're grabbing onto it instead of just letting it just slowly guide by. Or another one that I thought of a long while back, you're sitting at the river, and imagine yourself just sitting there on the side of the river and just watching the river go by. And maybe the lily pads are your emotions, or the leaves in the river are your emotions and your feelings, and just watch them just gradually go by in the river. Don't attach to it. Just let it go by. Just watch it. Just picture yourself in your mind outside of yourself, just watching those thoughts just go. And it's amazing how present you stay when you do that, and how you don't go into the past and you don't go into the future. You just stay in the present, because that's what we're working towards. We're working on the now. We're working on the present moment. And by you sitting in meditation and in silence every morning, just imagine you doing this for 30 days and how connected you will be to yourself. And this beautiful, beautiful analogy that I heard, when you are, I wish I would have wrote it down prior to this live or this YouTube channel, so I could have, when you hear your ego louder, I'm going to have to do a part 2 of that. I can't remember the exact quote, but let me just say it was a mic drop. Maybe I'll think of it as we go on with the video, but as I said, getting back to what's at hand, if it's 10 minutes, 5 minutes, an hour, whatever, 2 hours, whatever you can do, my point is that I'm trying to make is just sit there in silence and just listen. Just listen. And the more you can do that in this 100-day challenge, the more connected you're going to be to you. You're going to be connected to your intuition. You're going to be connected to you, and you won't be connected to all the craziness outside of you. You won't be connected to everything outside of you. You won't be you won't be affected by the changes that happen externally. And what I mean by that is, if it's dreary and rainy and cold for a month, it will not affect you, because what's outside of you will not affect your happiness and your joy. Um, you won't need to get those new pair of shoes to make you temporarily happy, okay? Or give you that instant gratification that you receive that's just temporary. You won't need that. You won't need to experience, granted, the sun is beautiful, the sun makes you feel wonderful, but it won't make or change you. And I urge you to start. I urge you to start today after you watch this video. I feel like it will make a huge, huge shift and difference in your life. I feel like the more you can do that throughout the day, the better. The more you can connect to that part of you, the better. By day 100, I feel like you're going to see something, but it's going to be interesting to kind of stand outside of yourself and essentially watch that shift, watch that change occurring as you do this 100-day challenge. Not only will it improve, it's like I said, it's going to connect you more to you. It's going to give you more peace within, more sovereignty, more calmness, more, like when you make a decision, you will make a decision from the heart. Because again, the more you can drop into the breath, the more you're going to drop into the heart. And you won't be up here, because that's where we live, is up here all the time, up here thinking about what's going to come, trying to figure out why we're here, trying to figure out what we're here to do, trying to figure out our plan, our purpose. And that's all up here, and you essentially can't figure that all out. You're never going to, you could probably try to spend a lifetime trying to figure that out, because essentially your ego is latching onto it. And the ego just wants to keep you safe, and protect you. And it protects you to the point where it overprotects you. And so you want to drop into the heart as much as you possibly can, because the heart is just like the brain, but the heart doesn't think of all those limitations and those. So the more you can practice, even not even the sitting in silence part, but even going out in nature, and every moment you get, drop into the breath. Pay attention to your chest going in and out. Pay attention to your breath going in and out. And I don't mean, like I said, through the mouth. Just pay attention to, like that. Like, I don't know if you guys can see my hands moving, but, pay attention to it just moving up and down. The more you do, it starts to feel good. It starts to feel really euphoric. And you will notice more about, essentially what will happen is the more you do that, the more you're dropping into the body, the more you are grounding in your body, and the more you will start to notice the gradual changes, that how when you make decisions coming from the heart, not like this off-cuff decision making, where you can possibly have the chance of making decisions off of fear, um, you will make it from a more safer, grounded, guided place. And this will improve as you go through day one and day two and day three and day four, and like I said, I just started 2 days ago. Granted, I've been doing it through my Kundalini yoga practice, because that's not only yoga, it's meditation too, and breath work. So it encompasses all of it. And but I've now started to essentially take on this and do it in a way that I'm listening to the thoughts and what's happening in the mind, and I'm paying attention to what I'm experiencing, which gives me more clarity of what I'm thinking on a regular basis. So you can then kind of spin that around. So getting back to what we started with, I really urge you to take this challenge on, and when you hear this video, do it. Like, what's the worst that happens? Like I said, start with 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, whatever behooves you, whatever you feel called to do. It will help you and will change so many aspects of your life. And it's literally on the tip of my tongue. And there's no way for me to get this other than on my phone, and I can't do that right now while I'm in this session with you, but just know that this practice and this meditation will change your life. And then when you hit 100, do another 100. When you feel like, you know what, I wanted to go out in nature, I don't feel like going out with these individuals, why don't I meditate? Why don't I every moment you get and you have quiet time and you can sit with yourself, it will get easier and easier and easier. And you will see, because the bottom line is, man, we were gifted in this matrix to just distract as much as we humanly possibly can, whether it be streaming shows, whether it be shopping on the internet, whether it be shopping on our phones, whether it be pornography on our everywhere we can access it, whether it be getting out in your car and driving, whether it be going to restaurants, whether it be going to clubs, bars, drinking. List can go on and on and on. All the shit that we've bought over the years, going through it. Everything is a distracting from this, from ourselves. And it's caused us to lose connection with us. It's caused us to lose connection with the intuition, with the guidance within us. And we've been taught to essentially go outside of ourselves and get that guidance or assistance, whether it be through a doctor, a friend, a family member, a TV show, whatever you have it. We've been taught to find those answers elsewhere instead of here, instead of inside of us. And what this essentially will do, by you sitting down and listening to your thoughts in complete silence, it will bring you back home. It will connect you to source. And you will find that way back home, and you will get the answers, and you will have all the answers right here inside. You won't need to seek external validation, acceptance, love, through material things, through other human beings, you will be okay with just being okay. You will be just you will just be. And you will then, from that day forward, you will just close your eyes and say, um, is this serve me? Does this item that I have here, is it serving me? And you'll get the answer, yes or no. See, the thing is that intuitive voice is so silent. It sounds like a little tiny soft spoken whisper. And it's so low that when you go and you try to, and you ask and you're like, man, what do I do? I don't know if I should stay at this job or I should leave. I don't know if I should stay with this girl or leave. I don't know if I should stay in this marriage or leave, right? And you and you keep asking these questions and you're getting the answer. It's so quiet. As I said, it's a whisper. But you can't hear that whisper with all the noise and the distractions and the computer and the internet and the TV and the streaming videos and the shopping network and going on the internet and shopping. And then this person's calling you, that person's calling you, you're calling this person, then your job's calling you. The list goes on and on and on, and it just causes that voice to get lower and lower and lower. And then the ego gets louder and louder and louder, and that judge gets louder and louder and louder in your head. And then you just live in your head with it going like a broken record over and over again, and you just keep trying to seek as many people as you can to give you the answer that you already have within. But if you're watching and doing and seeking and listening to this and listening to that, and you're not listening to you and listening to yourself in silence, how do you expect to hear that small voice, that whisper? So the more when you start this meditation challenge, right? It will bring you back to that breath. It will bring you back to listening to the thoughts. It will bring you back to that guidance, that real, true guidance, which is in here, that compass that's there waiting to tell you everything. So with that being said, I want you to today start this challenge, whether it be 5 minutes or 10 minutes, as much as you can, because the more you do it, the more you will come back home. You will come back and connect to you, and then connect to source, essentially. And because we've been disconnected and separated from source, from God, whatever you want to call it, the universe, because the TV, the computer, the internet, like I said, and the dating, the oh, I got to be in a relationship, oh, I got to have these friends, oh, I got to go out and do this, oh, I got to go to the club, oh, I got to drink, oh, I got to shop, oh, I got to buy this, I got to go to the mall, I got to, it goes on and on and on and on. And when do you ever sit down and listen to the silence? When? So let's start now. What better time than now? Because this will change your life. So I urge you to make this happen. To basically find that voice within you. Find that connection back to you. Find that connection to God and Source and the universe all over again. So let's start today, guys. 100-day challenge. And put it in the comments how it's changing your life. When did you start? Did you start today when I posted the video? Or did you start a week from now? And how is it changing your life? Would love to hear your input. I would love to hear what you have experienced and how it's felt and how it's changed your life. So thank you for checking out another video. Like I said, man, it's 2022 and we're going to pump out some new content for you guys. I hope that this video served you. I hope that you got something out of it. And let's all grow and evolve together on this personal growth journey. Um, let's start here, man, because this is how we change the world. This is how we shift into the new earth, by changing us within, by doing the hard work within, by taking that time and saying, you know what, screw it, I'm not going to watch these shows. I'm going to meditate. I'm going to read a book. I'm going to do yoga. I'm going to walk in nature. And I'm not going to play on my phone and scroll through social media or get on a porn site or these things that don't serve you anymore. And the more and more you sit with yourself in silence, the more and more these things you won't engage in these things as much anymore. They will start to fall off. You won't have an interest in doing it anymore. You will have an interest in going nature. You will have an interest in buying less things. You will have an interest in owning less things. These things won't matter to you anymore. So thank you, Wisdom Warriors. I love you guys so much. And may we all grow and evolve together. Like, subscribe, and share if you haven't. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you've already subscribed, put comments. Tell me how you're liking my videos. If you have any suggestions on new videos, if you did the challenge, post the comments. If you didn't, post it anyway, why you didn't do it, and what it's done for you, man. I thank you. I thank you from the bottom of my heart. I love you all. Like, share, and subscribe. Send us to the moon. Thank you. I love you, Wisdom Warriors. Peace.